Hi, everyone. This is our Tuesday Lunch and Learn. This is Toni Vanschoyck. I'm so excited to have you here today to share something so incredibly important because in network marketing and in our business, we cannot grow a team, grow a family without having duplication for the brand new people coming in and also for ourselves. So I always say that we're re-onboarding and reduplicating ourselves every day. So before I introduce our special guests, today, I just want to talk a little bit about what exactly is duplication. And you guys, this is truly essential for success, but this is when you have income producing activities, okay, that you can teach to other people, and your recruiting and VIP acquisition is the duplication. But then you're going to be able to go down and teach your team and new market partners how to do that. And it's through habits. And there's simple habits called daily method of operation. So really it goes daily method of operation, income producing activities, the follow-up, and then of course the lather, rinse, repeat. Now, we've got to also be cognizant of the law of averages, okay? That's really important. And that we go back to doing connection calls and having a cadence of events. That's super, super important. Now, you guys, what we're going to do next week, and I'll get somebody on here who's really, really good at it. I have two people in mind, but we're going to talk about what to say and how to say it. Okay. So what I want to do is that you guys hear from me all the time. There's so much talent within our organization. And I mean, like God-gifted talent. So you're going to hear from two amazing ladies today. It's about the power of duplication. And I can't think of two better leaders that are equipped to talk about this. So you know what, Monica, Kat, I'm sorry, we didn't discuss who was going first. Are you guys just gonna share? Kat's gonna go first? Okay, so the very first person that I want to introduce to you is legacy founder, director. She's earned multiple trips. She's a single mom. She's, had her car. She's one of the very first people in Canada to get a car and do all the things. And her family work this business together. It's really cool. They're awesome dynamic. But I love Kat because she's no bullshit. She gets right to the point and she has systems in place to help her team and you to be successful. So without further ado, Kat, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Hi guys. Awesome. I'm really excited about this. Duplication isn't just my favorite thing. I have to say that it's probably the thing that brought me the most success to my business. Okay. Realistically, make sure that you guys are muted because some really, really, really funny stories happen from unmuted moments. Okay. But duplication is actually the reason that I was able to have success. So I'm going to share with you because I want you guys to understand the why behind what I'm going to roll out to you here first. Okay. So I stepped in with 93 Instagram followers. Instagram, when I started on August 1st of 2015, was basically a place that I kept all of the baby pictures of my daughter. Okay. That was the extent that I went to there. On it. So I didn't step in with a massive following. I wasn't the person who people went to for beauty and advice. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but if you know any hot female hockey players, I don't think that you're running to them for beauty advice usually. Right? Yes, there's exceptions to every rule, okay? But I was not the exception. I was the rule. Okay? In that sense there. And okay, the next thing is I joined Money on August 1st of 2015, product sight unseen, and I wasn't going to get the products in my hands for quite a while. All right. So duplication is literally the thing. So there's a few quick points that I just want to hit. And I really want to hit this point home. And it's not a brag, you guys. This is not a brag at all. This is simply just to tell you guys that this works. And it's so simple and it works because me, 93 Instagram followers, single mom who's been working her butt off with literally no hours in the day. I had my mom and my sister were my network, okay, and they're here on this call right now, all right. But I was able to step in and hit the rank of managing market mentor, okay, 4 months in to my business. Okay. And that's not a brag. That is literally to tell you guys. And I know you hear this and it sounds cliche, but I'm being so honest here, is that if I can do it, you can do it. Okay. So I'm going to break down to you what I personally found to be one of the most duplicatable things that happened in my business. Okay. Because I was looking for a way to make it happen and not an excuse. And I was doing whatever had to be freaking done. So when I joined, we got to join with the product pack and we got 5 sample sets. Okay. And that was it for until we officially launched in Canada, which was October 16th of 2015. All right. So we couldn't order any more stuff. We couldn't order any more samples. That was what we got. All right. And that is what we had. Okay. So once I had burned through my samples and handing those out to people, I was like, I need to get the product on people's heads, because our product packs were either also $500 Canadian or $800 Canadian. And people were quite apprehensive to hand over that amount of money sight unseen to product, right? And you have to remember, like, I had just started using the product. I didn't get my product pack until the middle of August. Okay, so I was 2 weeks into my business, so I'm like trying to talk, and I'd hit MMB at that point also, letting you know that, right? So there was the people that didn't need to, but then the people that needed to like see it, touch it, feel it, to be able to talk about it, I created from my product packs of the products that I wasn't using. And sometimes I was even making the sacrifice to not wash my hair so that other people could. And I did that with beauty baskets. Okay. Beauty baskets built my entire business, because one of the things that is duplication stops when it gets complicated, right? That's when duplication stops. And the least complicated part about the business was that people were going to join with the product pack. I wanted them to join with the biggest one, and beauty baskets also gave them the reason to start with the biggest product pack, because they could take what they needed and then use the rest to get it on people's heads. So essentially here, what a beauty basket is 5 to 6 products, okay, that people are going to get to use for 7 to 10 days. So 5 to 6 products that people are going to get to use for 7 to 10 days. Okay. And I'm going to walk you through this process here. And honestly, I'm going to give you verbiage. Make it like, take the verbiage, take the main points, but make it your own speaking self. That's my power that I'm going to give to you, because you don't talk like me and your people will know that. Okay. There. So let's talk first prep with beauty baskets. So beauty baskets, like I said, 7 to 10 days. And I know you're like, have a million questions in your head. Like, what are you saying to people? Da, 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 da. I'm not talking to you about how to get people to use the beauty baskets. That comes from the conversations. And as soon as objections start to come up, then you can like have different offerings for them. Okay. So that's the main thing there. At a certain point, you just have to make a decision that you're going to get your ask in gear. Okay, at a certain point, and that nothing else matters. No other system matters. No other incentive matters. Nothing else matters in this entire business if you're not going to do that one step and you're going to be willing to just like jump into that. So I'm going to push you a little bit on that and be like, okay, yeah, the ask has to happen. And then all the beautiful things that are available to you can come from there. Okay. So first things first, when you're putting together your beauty basket, know your inventory. Know what you already have in your house. Okay. So really like go and look at it. One of the biggest things that I like to say to people is I'm like, flash sales are the best time to get a higher return on investment on your beauty basket, right? This weekend, we just had one, the grab bag, where people got to pick products in there, which is even better now with the grab bags. But that's not, flash sales aren't the place that I necessarily go and try to push all of my customers into. That's where I go to build my inventory to get a higher return on investment on these things that I do. Okay. So literally think about that. Now we're going to prep your basket. So when you plan your basket, you're keeping it simple. So many people feeling like they want to just go and give people everything. Okay. But really think about this idea here is that you're going to give them everything and then go and challenge yourself to go and look at how much that basket would cost for them to go and buy. Right. So you think you're doing such a great thing by giving them all these products, but then in turn, when they go to try to purchase all these things that they've loved in one lump sum and it ends up costing them like $800, you're like, you've lost the sale, right? Like you've lost the sale. Even a lot of people in today's day and age, unless they're fully like, into this industry, they understand the basics of it, they're not even looking at the top product packs, right? Because that's just like a number that doesn't make sense to them. And we have to be understanding of that, right? Like, I try to explain to them, and this is how, with this process, is how you're going to actually be able to get them to look at those top product packs. Okay. So keep it simple. I do use oil samples, not a bottle of oil. So I like to get that one right out of the way right away. Okay. $110 Canadian bottle of oil at VIP pricing is not going into my beauty basket, right? Because you know that stuff is not coming back to me, or it's coming back empty, right? Like, so the oil samples are in there. I go between 5 to 7 oil samples in a beauty basket. You obviously tailor that to what your budget allows. Okay. This is all about what your budget allows. It's not about sinking yourself into like some trouble because you went and put 20 oil samples in someone's basket. But next, it's best to stick with either systems or product pack combos when you're building a basket, because it's a very easy transition into what they're going to buy, right? So I like to stick with a system and then, or something like that. So like a combo formula is system, heat protection, leave-in, and oil. Right? That's a great little builder. So write that down. I'm going to say that again. System. So a system, heat protection, leave-in, and an oil. Right? So volume and renew systems are my go-to. I'll be honest, they're like the OGs. They're like the ones that built me to MMM in 4 months. So I don't fix what's not broken. Okay. So volume and renew systems are my go-to. Sometimes I do toss in the AVC scrub now that we have it. I think it is a great thing to like really show people and taste on that side. The damage repair leave-in is also one of my favorite because it's a leave-in and a heat protection in one bottle. So I love to shine the fact on like, you know, it's a multi-purpose product, right? But really understand. And when you're making your basket, before I move on to the instructions part, because a lot of people are going to have questions and overthink the hell out of building their basket. And so I'm going to call you out on it right now. Stop it. Just hold each bottle that you're putting in and understand the intention that's going into that product going in there. Right? Understand that and know that they're going to see results. They're going to find value. So don't overthink it. Right? And worst case scenario, a beauty basket is usually given to someone relatively local to you. So if you make a mistake at the beginning, it's super easy to go and switch out a shampoo. Okay. Like give yourself grace, right? And go with that. So instructions. Now, guys, here, this is a little bit different than how we do sample instructions, at least how I do them. Okay. Beauty baskets are personalized. So therefore, we want to have that personalized touch. You are not sending out 20 beauty baskets at one time. You're most likely doing 1, 2, maybe 3. Get the pen and paper out, write out some handwritten instructions, make them look freaking cute, make it look like you really put some time and thought into that. And if you know me, you know I'm sitting there putting all of the powerful intentions in the world as I'm writing. I am manifesting the crap out of this person joining my business as I'm writing out their instructions. Okay. And so also remember, beauty baskets are about quality and not quantity. Right? This is an absolute gift that I never got to have at the beginning of this business, probably just like a lot of you didn't, right? You can type them or handwritten. Like, honestly, again, do not get stuck in the details. Make it personalized though, right? Don't think it's going to be a thing that you can like copy and paste it and just put it there. Just like add some spikes into it, add some personality into it, right? Like let it, you shine through. Do all the bottles need to be, I have them just the full size there. I sterilize everything. Beauty baskets, I'm not handing them to strangers, you guys, but I'm already telling you guys right now, you're overthinking everything. Just start. Okay, just start. You're overthinking already, right? It doesn't matter. Whatever you need to do to get them into people's hands, then you figure it out along the way. Okay. Last month, I really amped this up and I'm going to share this quickly with you guys. And I'm almost done here, if you can believe it or not, but I'm going to share this. January 1st, I decided I was going all in on this. I got 3 beauty baskets out. Those 3 beauty baskets, I did them like messy action, not perfect, There's tons of things I've changed now as we're like talking about it here. Okay, but those 3 now have led to over 25 beauty baskets being referred to me just from those 3 people. Those 3 people built out to 25 beauty baskets. I had to ask 3 people. But that's because I asked. I didn't overthink it. I didn't worry about if I was perfect or anything like that. I figured it out along the way. And it got better and better every single time. Okay. So overthinking, right? Overthinking on a piece of paper and crumple it up, rip it up, light it on fire, and get that out of your mind there. Okay. So Beauty baskets create confidence, confidence enrolls, right? You know, and I'm going to tell you guys one thing here is when we're going through this process, so I'm going to talk here about like the points to hit when you're dropping it off. I'm going to talk about the 7 to 10 days in between and then the points to hit at the end. If they do not enroll right away, that's okay. I haven't had anyone actually like use the beauty basket and sign up as I'm picking it up. Okay. What usually happens is a week and a half to 2 weeks later, they're messaging me that like they miss these money products. Right? Because now they've had to go back to their trash shampoo and their trash leave-in and their trash oil. And now they're just have trash hair again. And they're like, crap, there's something to this. I need to talk to Kat again. So have patience, and desperation never works, right? So allow your confidence to be so loud, right? Allow your silence and trying to convince them to be so loud, right? And that's my biggest tip to you. So points to hit when you're dropping off your beauty basket. All right. Explain. This is a big one here, and I'm actually going to I'm going to read this entire point out that I have written off, and I'm not going to give it to you in point form. Explain that you respect people's hard-earned dollars, and that's why it is your passion to help people leverage time to make more money. Right? Explain that you're sharing these bottles with them because you actually respect and admire how hard people work for every single dollar that comes into your home. That is why you are so giving with these full-size products in this beauty basket, because in turn, your largest passion is helping people leverage their time to make more money. Right? That's a key thing. And obviously, like, make it work into your words and how it comes out comfortably to you, right? But play with it. A tip there, because I do think that people will overthink again and they won't say anything, or they won't even do it because of that. A key tip is to stand in your freaking mirror and say it over and over again. Record yourself saying that over and over again. Okay. All of those things there. Okay. The next thing is questions, convo, and celebration are encouraged. Let them know. Ask all the questions. Any concern, bring it to me. I want to know about it. Okay. If you're not liking something, tell me, like, really say that when you drop it off, and let them know that you will be checking in daily. Right? So just give them the heads up, like, and I'm gonna be checking in daily because I think I might be more excited about your process than you even are right now, because you don't know what you don't know. Right? And then give it a quick demo. So this is a key point here, and this is the last point for the second last point. Sorry. I just do a quick demo showing how much shampoo to use and how much conditioner to use. I show it right to them. I'm like, this is how much you need. This is how much you need. And then I like wipe it off, rub it into my hands, and walk away with it, right? And then right then I let them know that I'm either going to take a before picture right there, or I'm going to ask them to send me one, and that I will be taking it after in 7 to 10 days. Right? So that part there. So 7 days of messages. Okay, guys, again, I'm going to remind you here, do not overthink this. Okay. This is not your entire conversation. I can't give you your entire conversation because I don't know what they're going to say back to you, but this is the starting place. Okay. This is the starting place. Day 1. Hey, just checking to see if you got the products in your shower yet and what you thought of your first wash/style. Pretty simple message, right? Pretty makes sense that you might want to just remind them to maybe take them out of the car or off the kitchen counter and get them into the bathroom. Okay. Next one. Hey, fill me in. What product are you liking the most so far? Then I follow up with my personal favorite in the message. My personal favorite is the shampoo, because never did I actually think you could get a squeaky clean going on. Right? So what are you liking the best? This is what I like the best. Boom. Simple. Easy. Day 3. Hey, just me, your fave shampoo girl, checking in to make sure you are not forgetting to apply the oil to your ends. We need to give those babies some extra love. Right? I'm just giving value throughout the time, right? Bits and pieces. It opens up conversation and it can flow from there. All right. And remember, Toni is recording this, right? So if you feel like you're missing things, like, okay, super easy. Okay, day 4. Okay, now that you're seeing and feeling the product, I would love to show you what we do and how at one at a time, each of your monthly bills can be crossed off the list. Tomorrow night, we're going over all of it. Right? So if you notice now, I'm taking them and I'm inviting them to an event, whether it's virtual or in person, whatever works at the time, right? And I also will change day 4 to a different day, but it's always like tomorrow is our event. Okay. But I'm inviting them to an event. You always are building to the next thing, right? If they can't make it to that one, there's other ones, they go up there. After the event, you follow up with them again. Day 5. Hey, can you believe it's been 5 days already? I have a really big ask of you. I would love to share the love. And can you think of anyone in your life who might want to try out a beauty basket as well? Boom. They all say someone. They do. They all say someone. Ooh, my friend Laura at work was talking about it because she picked it up, like all the different things. So then boom. And then I'm showing them what we do and how to work the business without even them knowing. Right? Easy peasy. Okay. Day 6. Hey, okay, here's the moment of truth. What is the biggest change you have seen so far in your hair and scalp? That's what I want to know. Simple. Okay. Day 7. Hey, let's make sure we finish this basket off with an oil treatment. Do you know how to do one of those yet? Right? Because I want them to like have those days of that lingering oil treatment right at the end as their basket is gone and they don't have any more Monat products, but I want them to like be smelling the oil and then watch it slowly go to trash because they don't got it anymore. Okay. Right. And then on day 7, I schedule a pickup in the next 72 hours. Okay. So points to hit a pickup. Okay, guys, this is simple. Okay. Points to hit a pickup. Remind them that you love doing this because of how simple this process is. No parties or busy nights out of the week, every single night, sharing and trying. I just say, oh, I get so excited, right? I get so excited to just like do this. This is so simple. I couldn't imagine doing parties every single night. Okay. Show them. So I come ready to show them one product pack and I compare it to the VIP pricing, what they would pay as a VIP to get the things in that product pack. Okay. Right there. I'm like, hey, just so you know, everything you have here, if you want this in a product pack, boom, VIP, it's going to cost you a bit more. Then I tell them that I want them to feel the financial growth for themselves. And if they don't like it, 30 days, they can send it back, or worst case scenario, they have amazing discount on products that they've already seen results with. So I do go right for the close there. Right? They usually say, I need to think about it. I need to talk to my husband, all those things. But now the real work gets in where they go and move into your follow-up list. Guys, it's as simple as that. Rinse and repeat, get them out, be working on it, have a lineup, right? Have a lineup of things. And so, do I pick it up on the planned day if they didn't use it or give them? I've never had someone not use it. So I don't know what I would do. Okay. Just being completely honest with you. I'll probably, I don't know if you guys had that commercial in the US, but it's like you'll whack them in the forehead and say you should have had a V8. Like, I don't know what I would do. Like, what the heck's wrong with you? But so I wasn't buying it. Okay, yeah, perfect. Awesome. Boom. That is that, guys. And you do that over and over again and you put blinders on and you don't give a crap about anything else that's going on and you just make it your goal that every single week 2 to 3 beauty baskets are being either asked for, delivered, or set up. Like, boom, take a second, visualize your business 6 to 7 months from now. And that is the one thing that supports all of the other things in your business. So that's what I got. I'm really excited for you to hear what Monica's got.
Yeah, Monica's got some good stuff. So you guys, I just want to let you know, I have a really important phone call right at 12:30. I'm going to pass the host controls off to Kat. These ladies will be able to answer any questions that you do have. So next, we've got the queen of VIPs on all our training calls, 51 VIPs last month. She's earned her car, multiple trips. She's a legacy founder. Let's welcome Monica Hobbs to the call.
What an intro. Thank you.
Woo!
I also want to piggyback really quickly because Kat, how many of those baskets are those the sticky notes on your wall that have led to conversations with Market Partner this month from last month?
Oh, that's ones there. Those ones don't have baskets yet. Those are baskets are going out to them, or samples are. I have a list of the other 20. That's not that 25, guys.
Okay. So then from those 25 baskets, you said how many conversations have turned into Market Partner or talking about that already?
There's only 3 that just straight up were like, no.
Out of 25.
Yeah.
That's insane, you guys. Imagine the power of that. If you did that every single month, start with 3, start your month with 3, and then every single month, see where that takes you, see where that takes you. So there's power in what we're doing and power what we're teaching you. So I wanted to kind of like take you back a little bit in time and history when I started using the products, and actually Crystal's on here. I saw her somewhere. Her sister actually introduced me to the product. She was my client, my massage client. Met her through the chiropractor office that we work. She lives very local to me. And we're both into, natural living. And we'd always have conversations about, just all the natural stuff and everything. And she, brought it to me one day out of the blue. I'd known her for quite some time and was like, you should try these products and I would love to get you some samples, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, no, thanks. As the girl who's tried it all, I've worked in salons, I've managed a salon. I was our product person that came in would just, give us all the products. We would try everything and nothing really worked. It was fine for a minute. We know that, but I just knew I didn't want to try it. Then one day she texted me and said, hey, I'm on my way home. I'm swinging you by some samples. And I was like, oh, okay, how do you say no to that? So she comes by my house, swings by samples. I go get them. And I remember her mentioning the opportunity. And I'm like, this girl's crazy. No, I like her, but no. So anyway, she shows me what to do. You guys, this is when we didn't have actual samples. I think she had a shampoo and a conditioner, but the oil was in like a baggie. And I think I had a shampoo, conditioner, and an oil. And you guys, I milked that product when I finally used it for as long as I could. I was squeezing that oil out of that baggie because the oil, what Kat said, is what's going to get you guys. Okay. Get your people. So those samples, like Kat said, sat on my coffee table for about a week. They were just sitting there. I threw them on the table, went on my merry way. 3 kids, busy. I'll get to it when I get to it, right? She texted me. And said, hey, how'd you like your samples? I'm like, shit, I haven't even used them yet. Like I felt terrible. So I literally went and grabbed the samples, went in the shower, washed my hair. And I will never forget that first shower moment because it's so important. Every one of you guys remember the first time you picked up a sample or a bottle and you used that product, the smell, the feel, the whole experience of it is what got me. And it wasn't even her telling me it was going to do the best things ever to my hair because we were a new company at that time. This was 9 years ago, you guys. So used it, fell in love with the samples. And I was like, oh, wow, I've used a lot of things. I've used high-end stuff and I've never experienced a shower like that before. And I don't know, maybe she hyped me up for it. I don't know, but I try to hype people up too. I'll be your shampoo hype girl because you really start to focus on it versus when you ever shampooed your hair before. Like they're talking about this magic oil, this magic shampoo. Like, let's really paint this picture of this invigorating experience they're going to have in the shower. Okay. Used it, loved it, text her right away. And I said, all right, but can I come buy it? Can I come to your house and buy it? She lived down the street. She was like, no. I'm like, cool. How do I buy it? She's like, you have to go online and buy it. So went online, bought the products, got my first system to get started with. And even before I did that, actually, I did that within a few days. Before that, I started texting my friends and family right away that night. Even my daughter, Kaylin, I forget how old she was at the time. She was a young teen. And I was like, feel my hair, touch my hair, feel how soft it was. And she was like, okay, mom, I get it. These are things you never forget, right? These are things that you remember where you came from, like the beginning of this. And I thought, fast forward, here I am 9 years later, we can get in a rut sometimes in our business. And it's like, what made me excited when I first started? It was trying the product and sampling the product. Yes, I can sign up a VIP without having them sample the product just like that. But what about the people that you invited in to try a sample that were never going to buy it just like that? We're missing a whole market still of people where that's what built my business. Samples and Borrow Baskets built my business. Borrow Baskets built Kat's business. Borrow Basket signed up Amy Sloan, one of my top leaders on my team. I took a Borrow Basket to her house. She didn't want to give it back. She told me, she's like, I don't want to give this back. I'm like, well, too bad. She got her brought it back later. Okay. So these are things that we have to get more products into people's hands. Okay. Social media is great. Like Kat said, she had a handful of followers. I didn't even use Instagram in my business until years into it. I had already had my Cadillac. I was already a director before I even went to Instagram. And now Instagram is huge for me. I've been consistent with it. I've dove into it. And that's where I get my people that just sign up without a sample. But what about people that want to try the sample? We keep forgetting about these people back here that we can be rotating into our business while we are signing up the people without trying a sample, right? So this is what we're doing in my team. This is what I'm implementing myself. I used to carry samples with me. And maybe you're new here. Maybe you've not really experienced this yet, but I'm talking to new people and existing people. I used to have samples everywhere. Every nook in my car, I'd have them in the glove box. I'd have them stashed in the side doors. I'd have them in random purses, book bags. I'd have them made up all the time. Okay. And then I got out of the habit of that. And then it would just be like, I'll mail my new VIPs that sign up as a thank you gift to get them a different product. They're already trying the products, already love the products. And that's great. I still do that. But what about the people that still would just sign up with the sample, right? So we are doing you know, I'm going to be doing this every single month, and implementing samples back into my business is very important. The first step is you have to go buy samples. It is a business write-off. Some samples that you can buy in your back office that give you PV are energy, peel pads. That's about it. Unless if the skincare masks come, you know, the little masks that come every once in a while. But I like to throw those in as a little extra. But what you got to do is you got to go buy the samples. My challenge to my team this month was to go buy 10 sample sets and give people an option. You can do moisture. They come in 5s, and then some come in, it depends on, actually, no, they come in 10s. Yeah, some are packaged in 5s, but they come in 10s. So anyway, they come in sample sets of 10s, I believe, except maybe some. You just got to go look at the numbers, friends. Anyway, get 10 sample sets. That's 10 people that you're going to introduce these products to. Okay, 10 sample sets. So what I'm doing with that is I'm getting sample sets out to these people, and then we are inviting them to a virtual Zoom. So a virtual Zoom, ours is coming up this weekend, and we're going to have a fun thing where they can attend. We're going to do giveaways, and we're going to show, excuse me, some demo of maybe like, certain products like the dry shampoo or the oil or something. And we're going to do fun giveaways and show them how to use the product. We're also going to invite them on to share their experience. I'm going to share my first sample wash experience. I'm hoping that they are just excited as we are. So with the instructions that they are being sent, of course, you know, my instructions that you have to send very detailed instructions, you guys, very detailed. I used way too much oil at first, and she even told me. So you have to send very detailed instruction, and then check in on them during that time as well. So our goal is to really get them to wash on the night before, or the day before, or the morning of the event. Okay, so they have fresh hair. It's still fresh to them in their mind of how they were feeling the products and the experience and liking the products, and they're excited to come to this virtual event to win some fun stuff, you know? So with that event, again, I'm going to have a couple of leaders on my team, you know, share a little bit, talk a little bit. But imagine if you sampled 10 people this month, got them on a Zoom. Imagine if every single one of them signed up. Imagine if one of them signed up. Were you still moving forward in a positive direction into your business because you weren't sampling anyone before? So that's the thing, guys. We have to get back into, or get into activity of having conversations, actually talk, whether it's you driving to someone's house saying, I'm bringing you samples, I'm dropping them off to you. Like, no is not an option, because that was not an option for me. And you make it happen. Say, hey, I'm in your neighborhood. I'm coming by. Are you home, or in the mailbox, or whatever have you? I really want you to give these a try. And then the conversation is in your Smart Start workbook. It's in, you know, we've got it everywhere. If I would mail you a free hair spa sample set, would you take a before picture, wash your hair, take an after picture for me to use in my portfolio, and come to this virtual event where you can win some fun giveaways? And it's not anything elaborate, guys. We're not giving any, I mean, I might be given like a little, I think I'm doing like a satin pillowcase. You can get those at the Dollar Tree now. They're $1.25 at the Dollar Tree, a satin pillowcase. You can do, you know, no, I don't want to give away products. I want to give away fun things that can go in alongside of their hair journey. I want them to be able to invest in the products. Okay. So this is just some fun stuff that we pick up. We do this all the time, you know, things that we can pick up. But imagine not just you, but if one of your market partners on your team did the same thing. So now you have 10 people, and one person on your team has 10 people. You have 20 people coming to a Zoom if they all say yes. And that's 22, including you guys. Imagine if you have 3 people. Imagine if you had 10 people every single month on your team, sampling 10 people, having an event with 100 people on it that you can guide them to. Do a fun little giveaway. Do this, you guys. It's a 30-minute Zoom. I'm not going longer than 30 minutes on this Zoom. Okay. I don't want to waste their time. They're excited. I don't want to bore them into like anything. Okay. It's going to be fun. It's going to be live demos. It's going to be us talking. But just imagine how this can impact your business if you did this every single month alongside of everything else you're doing. Okay. This is extra work. This is work that will build your business. This is work that will get you to director if you do this consistently. Okay. 9 years here. Kat, what are you? 9 years too? Were you 2015? Or no, you were 2016.
I'm 8.5. I'm a little
8.5. I'm 9.5. Okay. So we're still here. We're still doing this because it works. Okay. So I think we have gotten out of like the power of sampling and what it can do for people, because had I not tried the products, I never would have purchased the products. But now I have a story and people trust me because I have a story with the products that they will now buy them from me without the sample. But there are people who still will not, and we are missing the mark on a lot of people. And that's what I want to share with you guys is, there's so many things in duplication. And imagine your new people that decide to partner with you, sign up, they get those sample sets in their product pack. One of my new market partners that signed up a couple weeks ago got her samples. We organized them, we put them together, and she was able to get 7 sample sets out of them with some additives. So we were able to put 7 sample sets together that she got in her. I think she got the smallest pack. I think it's the same amount of size as samples, no matter what pack you get. So she got 7 sample sets. So I mean, honestly, what Kat said was genius. And it just really expanded my thinking too. Have the conversation with them. If you come in with that success pack, you're going to get not only 7 people that you can mail samples to from far away, but you can create a couple of, borrow baskets from that, plus have your products. So this is a great way for, I picked that up, and this is something we're always learning. So we can do this with, those packs too. So with that, and I know Kat's doing this and I'm now doing this. So our event's on Sunday. Guess what I'm doing Monday? I'm hosting an opportunity call. I'm going to have that set up. I'm also going to do a 1-day. I made a little image. It's nothing even fancy. I made an image where I'm going to do a 1-day promo. If they attend the Zoom, it's just going to be a promo of, it's either going to be something that we have with Monate going on with a sale or whatever, or because we've had a sale for the last 6 months every day. So we should be expecting that. But if there's not a sale, make your own sale and just have it ready for the night. Or show them what Kat said. You can get this system that I sampled you, or you can grab this system plus get X, Y, and Z in this product pack. So have it all there so you can show them the difference between the two and the price point between the two. And then, and then the only for you with the VIP as their free gift as well. So there's so much, I think, that we just forget about the little things that are so important and so impactful. And that's what we wanted to share with you guys today. So I think I kind of hit all of the key points with what I was doing. But the first thing is if you're wanting to go the sample route and have a hair spa sample party, that's what I'm calling it. It's nothing elaborate. It's just, you've got to do the work. You've got to make, your invites. You've got to message people, audio people. I've been doing that. I've already gotten my 5 out with my local people, and I made a Facebook post today to get my other 5 out, but I'm not stopping at 5. I said 5 samples. Guys, I'm not stopping at 5. I'll sample 20 people if I have to. So I, double it, get 20 out. Imagine if, 3 of you on your team had 20 samples go out in 1 month, aside from the other work that you're doing and the conversations that you're doing to build up your business during this time. Okay. So this is the work in our business. It's not hard work truly to package up a sample set and to mail it to someone. It's taking the time to do it. It's literally sitting down, taking the time to do it. And I just remember in the beginning, I still have all of my notebooks in the beginning from when I literally had hundreds of names written down. And I should go back to those names, honestly. Hey, you remember 9 years ago when I sampled you, didn't buy the products? You want to give it another go around? Because I'm still here using them and they're still doing great things. You just never know. But I remember making lists. So if that's something you do, go through your phone. You have a contact list in your phone of so many people. Majority of us probably have social media that are on here too, right? So go through your contact list and don't leave anyone out. Teachers, coaches, all of these things, friends, parents, whatever you've got, neighbors, acquaintances. We know the list. We know how to get in contact with people. It's just, are you going to do it? And that's the thing in this business anyway. Like, are you going to do it? Are you going to take the time to do it for what's necessary and what's important? And it's getting these products on people's hair for them to fall in love with it. So that's what I have to say. Kat, is there anything you want to piggyback off that? And then we can open it up for questions too if we need to.
Yeah, I just wanted to add, and I want everyone to think about this because we just threw a ton of information at you guys, and we just threw 2 things that are the same but different. But when Toni mentioned at the beginning of the call, she talked about a DMO, a daily method of operation. So imagine how this can fit and work into your business, where 1 week of the month is spent doing the samples, right? 1 week is spent getting those 10 samples out, getting that Zoom plan, all that in there. Then the next 3 weeks are spent borrow basket, beauty basket, whatever you want to call them, doon. then you recycle that every single month. That's part of it. It doesn't have to be so complicated. The beginning, like me and Monica were talking before, yeah, there is going to be some legwork in it. There is going to be some prep work in it, but it is so beautiful because this is the type of work that you do that work one time and it pays you over and over and over again. Right. And so don't sit here. And this is the big thing because I hear it all the time. And I know Monica does too. And I'm sure other leaders on this call do too. They will say, oh, I don't have a leader that's doing a call for like me like that. I don't have an upline. I don't have this, or people, all this stuff. Okay. Throw that out the window. Step into your business, step into leadership, and don't wait for anyone to build your future for you. Do it wrong, do it messy, do a profit and loss at the end of it. What worked good? What didn't work good? I'm going to change this next time. If you do have a leader who's going to jump in and do this with you and all these different things, get involved in it. Ask to be one of the speakers on the call, right? You want your people to know that you're there. That's like, that sends a message to them as well, right? Like, oh, I got my samples from the person who's speaking on the call right now. That's freaking cool in itself. I like this. I'm involved more, right? So stop being don't be a passenger anymore. Right? Get in the driver's seat of your business and make shit happen. Right? And don't make excuses. These are simple things. If me, a broke ass person who started this business and literally had zero money, and that's not saying like $0 and I had a credit, like I didn't have shit, you guys. Okay. If I can do that and I can build to that, you can. Right? You can. And you got this. Because yeah, but this is a part that can go into your daily method of operation. And realistically, and I don't know if this was the only thing in your daily method of, this is the only thing you focused on, your business is going to grow.
Yeah, 100%. That's all I did. That's all I did when I started my business. This is what I did to build my business. This right here. I wasn't making Instagram reels. I wasn't even on Instagram. I wasn't doing those things. And this is what built, this laid the groundwork of my business. I still have some of my very, very first market partners and VIPs from a sample, back 9 years ago. And it just blows my mind that I think we've forgotten about this and we're not really taught it much anymore, but that's all we had. So it's all we knew and it works. Okay. It really does work. Someone asked, do I stick with renew or volumizing? I get both. I honestly have both on hand and I do want to make sure I get them the right samples. I'll share with you guys what I put in my sample packs really quick. We are limited on sample sets right now. There are some sold out, but they did just put the new packaging of the IR clinical line in the samples. I had this post up and it disappeared because my phone timed out, but let me grab that post really quick. So in my sample sets, this is what I do. And the oil is optional. So it depends on who it is. If I'm going to send an oil to, the oil is more expensive, but it's something that if you're going to invest in it. It got me. But so did the shampoo. So I suggest a volume shampoo, volume conditioner, super moisture mask, or replenish mask. I think super moisture just sold out. So just grab replenish, or it could be restocked. I haven't looked. Intense repair shampoo, a mask, and intense repair conditioner, or renew shampoo, a mask, and intense repair conditioner. So I'm just pairing volume up together, intense repair together, and renew with an intense repair conditioner. That way they can have a rinse out, because my people need a rinse out conditioner, but you can also add in a leave-in. You can add in an oil. You can add in a Rejuvebeach. You can do the additives, but that's what I pair up. But whenever I'm having the conversation, I keep it simple. I'll say, okay, would you like a volumizing hair spa set or a moisturizing hair spa set? That's my question I asked them. Literally what I sent today. That simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Okay. Because they don't know what they don't know. We know that no matter what they use, even if it's the wrong sample, they're still going to have a great experience with it. It's still going to feel good on their scalp. I think I was sampled volumizing back then. And I don't even use that line. So it still hooked me. Okay. Does anybody want to unmute and ask questions? We have time for a couple questions. What's your first instinct for a curly basket or sample pack woman concerned with thinning and has fine curly hair? The thing about the baskets is it's not going to get them the results to have thinning hair, etc. You can put in an IR clinical shampoo conditioner. I would not put the serum in there. Don't put the serum in there. They're not going to get results from 7 days from a serum. Okay. And that's just we don't want using that serum bottle over and over again. So you can use the shampoo. So anyone thinning, I will send them intense repair shampoo, conditioner, and an oil, or maybe even a black. I forgot about black samples. But then what else did you ask?
One thing,
Yeah.
Monica, with the serum. So if you go onto Amazon, you can buy little like 0.25 or to like up to 1 ounce little dropper bottles. So one thing I do with the with sorry, that I do with the IR serum is just to show them that it's non-greasy, right?
That's
And
nice.
it's just enough for them to use it like one time. And I say, like, you're not gonna be like a freaking
That's a good idea.
right? But they're just there. And that way you're not also like that, again, that's like an oil, right? You're not gonna toss that in there and have it disappear. But yeah. So just to add a point on that,
That's
like
a good point. Yeah, I do remember back in the day when we didn't have the serum, we had the IR clinical spray, and I did get the little tiny perfume vials, and I did spray it in there for the same purpose so they could feel it. So yeah, you could do that. But just let them know they're not going to get results after one use. I mean, it's going to take multiple uses. But if you've got a curly basket, honestly, I would do a mousse and a gel, give them 2 options for styling products, because that's really what's going to make or break you with the curl and the hold. So whatever shampoo, conditioner, and just to tell you guys, being upfront with you right now, our products are meant for a specific need. So I've got every curly person of my customers on all different product lines because they have different needs. What really is the same is styling, but not everyone likes the same style. So don't overthink it. But if you can get them 2 with like a volume and a hold, whether it's curl cream or gel and a mousse, that's going to be great for a curly person. But no matter what, if they want volume, throw a volume shampoo conditioner in there. It's just to borrow the basket to get them to try the products. And if they get it, they love it. Great, cool. They reorder. Maybe they want to tweak something in the future. Then that's where you can have those conversations down the line.
So
Always
I
instructions to your sample sets. Very clear, very precise. Like first shampoo, you're going to wash 2 times with your shampoo. First shampoo is not going to lather very much. It's okay. Let it set for 2 minutes, rinse, repeat, shampoo your hair again. If you do not get a lather on the second shampoo, shampoo it 1 more time until you get a lather. Okay. Rinse, conditioner, mids to ends, wet brush it through if you want to. And then the rest of the directions, if you've included a mask, if you've received a mask, you'll use it in between the conditioner and the shampoo. If you've used a leave-in or another additive product like Rejuvebees or oil, you're going to use that last as a finisher. You can also do the oil as an overnight treatment before, if you want to do that. It's whatever you guys want to do. Get creative with it. Anything else?
Go ahead, Tamara.
Hey, first of all, thanks. This is super helpful for sampling to both of you. Can I ask a product question on why we recommend one thing, or do you want to stick just to the sampling process? Because here's my question, long story short. I have a stylist and I'm giving her samples, and I told her to condition from mid-shaft down. And she says, well, we've always do it from the scalp. So I've watched all the healthy scalp and everything says don't do it on your scalp, but there's two thoughts out there. I was wondering if either of you felt comfortable speaking to that. Thank you.
Personally, we tell people that in stylists, like, I mean, you're bold to take one to a stylist, just like Monica was bold to take one to like Amy right away, because they do have a tendency to pick apart any kind of like structure or piece in the system that we bring to it. What I always say is I really start to use the word treatment system, right? So I'm not talking to them about, I said, I'll always just say, yeah, with a shampoo and conditioner you would, but with a treatment system, this is a thing. You can put our conditioner on our scalp. Like there is like in the IR clinic, like the IR conditioner, there is like the regrowth properties in the conditioner. Like it's not like, some people, the difference is, and I would explain to her is like, okay, well, we're saying that because typically people who were sampling or trying it for the first time are used to having to use a palm sized full of conditioner, and they're going and doing that and then slapping it on their scalp, and they're saying like, there's too much, it's too greasy, da 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 da, because they would need all of the water in the world to be able to wash that out, right? So like, just make it a conversation when anyone questions those type of things, and explain like, and like I said, they're also at the beginning, and I'd love for Monica to jump in on this too, but I always just say to like people, I'm like, okay, I'm talking to you assuming that you're the rule. Yes, there are exceptions to every single rule, but we don't run our business based off of the exception. We run it on the rule. So you're more than welcome to play around with it. Try it on your scalp. Try it down. Play with it. It's shampoo. It is not nuclear energy. Like, let's have some fun with it, right? So, Monica, I don't know what you want to add.
Yeah, no, actually what you just finished up with is I was going to say, have them try it both ways and see what they like best. Now, for me personally, I put my conditioner mids to end, but then I will wet brush through all over my hair. So it's getting on the scalp a little bit too, but nothing to where I'm like, you just don't want them to blob that conditioner up here. So, but yeah, have them play with it. And you know, in those situations, especially a stylist, and we might have stylists on this call too, but you know, in those situations, they are the professional and that's what they know. So a lot of them, you know, like if someone, I'm a massage therapist, if someone came to me and was trying to tell me something, I would be like, okay, well, what I learned from my experience too, as a professional in the industry, just kind of take it with a grain of salt and just kind of let them, but you can help guide them and say, you know what, try it both ways and see which way you like better. But you know, typically because the products are concentrated, we really focus mids to end, but try it and then let me know how it works.
Mhm. Angela?
So I am actually a stylist, and one of the things that sold me on money was I can put the conditioner from end to root. Because if you're highlighting your hair, you need that conditioner closer to the root, not on your scalp, but on your root. So you apply from the bottom and work your way up. So the amount of product on your hands decreases. And I think that's what makes Monate so beautiful. I mean, I use the deep conditioning the smoothing deep conditioner on even fine hair clients, and it does not weigh their hair down. So it's about application and quantity. So you guys have nailed it. You know, it's like there's not a single product that we can't recommend. It's how you tweak it for each individual. And that's part of the fun and excitement about even being a market partner, right? We get paid to play with our products and experiment and then help others do the same. So great job today, you guys.
And there's some great points in the comments too. Thank you guys for sharing your thoughts on that too.
I think too, like what we have to do is also bring the fun back in to hair care, right? I think that we all get so nervous and put so much pressure on ourselves that they have to have this like one wash wow, and we overthink the heck out of the whole entire thing. But everything and how your potential customer or market partner is going to receive the information is how you deliver it. So if you deliver it in a way that is so like rudimentary and just like da da da, and the world will explode if you don't do it this way, like kind of thing. But if you're like, this is hair care, you guys, this is beauty, like this is fun. This is like, let's have some fun with it. Like, guys, just don't make it so, you know, make it lighthearted. Make it exciting. Let them know that this is going to not just change their hair, but it's going to allow them, like one of my favorite things to say is like, regardless of however you do this, I'm just so excited that for probably the first time in a really long time, you're going to take 20 minutes in the shower and you're going to be focusing solely on yourself and not that running to-do list in your head. Right? But those are things that, like, you guys, again, 8.5 years in, those are verbiages that I've learned to use. You're going to say it wrong. You're going to do it wrong. That's okay. I only know to say that because I said it really wrong a lot of times.
Okay, someone said something. I do want to bring a point to this about automation with the reminders or the follow-ups. I would not, and I think Amy touched on that. You know, you can have a list in your notes, or you can have your check-in. Like that's what I would do. My notes is like my little money Bible too. I have everything in my notes so I don't lose it. But you know, day one follow-up or it's day whatever, but have your people, your list, and you know what day you're going to follow up, but tweak the message to each person. I just think it would be nice. I mean, and if you're someone who's an automated person, if you're using Project Broadcast, I use it. I love it. But you know, if you're sending those personalized text messages, I just, you know, something, just add your personal touches to it and make it fun, or even shoot them an audio, you know, surprise them with an audio one day instead of a text. Let them hear your voice, you know, let them hear the excitement of what's going on. Pop in a video, say, hey, did you do your oil treatment yet? If not, here's a reminder of an oil treatment video on how to do this. You just make it fun. Okay. I want to know, drop in the chat, type a 1 if you are going to get your borrow basket list or your sample list started today. Okay.
Rock and roll. I love that. And just before we tune off here, I want to just like bring forward a point. Automation doesn't mean you don't have a system, right? Like you can be non-automated and still have a complete system that you follow, right? So like my 7 days of messages, it's not automated. I don't put that into something and it just sends them automatically, but there's definitely a system.
Yeah.
There's definitely a copy and paste aspect to it, right? But it's not auto. So really like don't confuse the two things, right? Like just don't, like don't
That's a
confuse
good point.
that. Yeah, like automation doesn't mean you have to recreate the wheel. Like non-automated doesn't mean you have to recreate the wheel every single time. It just means that there is going to be that human touch of timing and personality and jazz to it, right? So really think about that, because I have systems everywhere and I have things everywhere and I've tweaked things and all, but like I don't have any project broadcast or anything automated at all. They get the weird and weird me every single time.
I like the weird you, Kat. But yeah, no, that's a great point too. So copy paste, I use it for just about so many things. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah, like I love that. I don't have this, but like a point you guys like again, like I'm learning here too. When Monica said like a video, you better believe I'm going to be adding a video into my conversations. That video is going to be the same. It's going to go to every single beauty basket and sample person, but they're not in a secret club talking to each other saying Kat sent us all the same thing.
Yeah, no. Even if they did, look how smart this girl is working. She's working smarter, not harder, you guys. Create the work, do the work, and then the work does it for you over and over again. So you better believe I reuse a lot of my stuff. So okay, cool. I don't think there's any other questions. We went over some stuff and some fun stuff.
One person just asked me to repeat what I have in my beauty baskets. And so it's a system, heat protection, leave-in, oil. Okay. And like Monica said, everyone's hair has different needs, but like I would stick with something that can be purchased in a system because it's just easier when the checkout time comes. It's easier. But yeah,
that's a really good point. Thank you
Yeah.
guys so much. Oh my gosh, this was absolutely amazing. So I really want to appreciate it. Thank you for sharing wonderful information. You guys crushed it. I love you guys so much. You guys, thank you for being on. We knew it would be a little bit longer of a call, but you know what? Now you have all the tools that you need for local prospects and for long distance prospects. All right, you guys take care. Love you. Bye-bye.